Now I'm going to go through a process that's called inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is reasoning based off of patterns. And so you want to use these patterns when you write these equations. Let's read the problem. It says a U-Haul truck costs $30 to rent for the day plus 89 cents per mile. $30 for the day is a flat fee. You're going to pay that regardless. It's not going to be multiplied or divided because of circumstances. It's just you want this truck, you got to pay $30 up front. Then it says plus 89 cents per mile. This is a rate that's going to be dependent on your mileage. I know it's a rate. Notice this language here, cents per mile. So in this case, it's 89 cents for every 1 mile. That's our rate. Now keep on going. If your cost after returning the truck is $74.50 before tax, how many miles did you drive the truck? Okay. So how many miles? That's what they're asking us. Now at this point, I want you to worry less about what the question is asking and more so about how we're thinking about determining the cost. How do we determine cost? So I'm going to write a table. What is my input? And what is my output? Generally, in every situation where you have a word problem, you're going to consider inputs versus outputs. In this case, we're going to input mileage. We're going to output cost. So let's think about if we were to use this truck and drive 1 mile, just one. The cost of the truck is going to be $30 plus 89 cents. What if it were 2 miles? What would be the cost of the truck? $30 plus 2 times 89 cents, whatever that is. All right, how about 10 miles? What would be the cost of the truck? $30 plus, there we go, 10 times 89 cents. Now, at some point, you want to be able to recognize the pattern that is occurring here when we calculate the cost. So once you can recognize the pattern, then you want to generalize. M miles, we're using a variable instead of a specific value. So if M is the number of miles, then what is the cost? Well, 30 plus M times 0.89, which is better to write it as 30 plus 0.89 M. So now how can we get an equation for the cost? We already know that the cost is equal to the expression 30 plus 0.89 M. Well, in the question, it tells us in a very specific case, we spent $74.50. So therefore, I'm going to say the cost is $74.50 equals 30 plus 0.89 m. Voila, there's our equation. Now, some of you might see this quicker and you don't necessarily need to do the table. Some of you will try to avoid doing the table because you don't want to do that amount of work. Okay, the second group of people, don't do that. You need to do this table so that you can correctly write the formula. Okay, all right, so we have our equation. At this point, we just need to solve it for m now. So I'm going to use my good algebra skills. And I look to see here, I want to add or subtract. So I'm going to subtract 30 on each side. Okay, so we're going to get 4 minus 0 is 4. 7 minus 3 is 4, equal to 0.89 m. All right, divide both sides by 0.89. All right, we need some long division here. We end with 50 is equal to m.